we're looking at a situation in this country where you have people on both sides that really, really deeply do not care for the American people. All right. Uh, on the left, you have people who, you're well aware they're for abortions, and then people on the right are against abortions. I mean, these are classic biblical debates. These are classic things that they know that they could keep us distracted with. And I would just like you to stop being distracted and realize our only solution is a real party entered into politics from the people. Meaning we don't want the people who are already in the swamp, in the crap, to be the next politician. That isn't working. And we know that. We know that's not working, right? And there used to be a time when you can go and vote and change things. And that is a form of power, but it's not the ultimate form of power. It is a very, very strong form of power. But ultimately, if it was the ultimate form of power, then you could fix everything from it and it cannot be corrupted. And anything can be corrupt, or we'd say you can't corrupt something that's already corrupted. And I do believe corruption exists on both sides. I'm going to get to that right now. But you can manipulate, re-infiltrate something that is super powerful and corrupted. And that's what I'm hinting at. But no, you're not going to re-corrupt them. No. So it's a classic good cop, bad cop song and dance that we got going on here. They are just way too comfortable doing things the way they have been doing it for the longest of time, and that's great, right? That's great for them, that they're comfortable continuously making money and putting people in situations with these bills that we did not ask to be in. So it's definitely a situation where you're looking at it and the people on the left are coming in as in the perception of everything, right? It's like either, and it's true because the left runs and runs whatever, the FBI, the IRS, they have a lot more power in these departments. So they really are going after some people and some things. They really don't, like especially this last one the other day where they went after this father of 7 at his home for passing out flyers. I mean, I pass out flyers and I knock doors for sales every day. What am I? You know what I mean? Like I literally get into arguments with customers or non-customers, and never a customer, but non-customers, people who are extremely rude right when I knock the door and try to earn their business. They're just ridiculously painful to deal with. I walk away from them. Sometimes I cannot get away, and we end up getting into an argument. Am I do I deserve a felony charge for that? No. And this guy doesn't either. It's obvious. He's just supporting his rights in a country where you're supposed to be allowed to do so. And I don't agree with them attacking citizens. But the reality is they have to make it so ugly that people get engaged. And I don't want you guys to get engaged on a level like that. You know what I mean? I definitely don't want you to get engaged on a level of we're going to take everything they say as face value, leave all the decision making up to politics, all the thinking up to the news and the AM radio station, and just take it for face value. At the very least, get yourself to YouTube, get some different opinions, but understand the object here. Order through chaos, right? That's what this is. It's order through chaos. The people on the right don't have an answer. and they don't do anything about the corruption. They have their own level of corruption, which I don't know if it surpasses, because there's certain things in the past that when these life-changing events happen, like in 2001, well, there was a Republican in office during that period of time. And you had another corrupt politician with Bill Clinton in there as well, preceding him. So they set these things up. The playbooks have always been there. Event 201 was released in 2011, which broke down in transcript exactly how to do a scenario of events where you release viruses in sequence. So they basically broke down the exact strategy and game plan of what happened over the last 2 or 3 years of coronavirus. How to install fear into people. I mean, you realize the people who've been flying to America who are Asian have been wearing masks, and they've been wearing masks for years before they came here. I remember back in 2003, I think it was a Cubs playoff game. 2003, this was. I saw some people coming in those days, and the Asians would always have the masks because they installed the fear into them. So I don't want you to fall bait for the fear, all right? The fear, and I don't want you to fall bait for what's traditionally supposed to work, which is either you believe that your government's going to take care of you, or these politicians or these news anchors and all the rest got the best for you. They're literally, and they present themselves as people who are really, supposed to care. They were reporting the news. They're trying to tell you what's right, what's wrong, but really, they're trying to make it seem like we're at war, right? But who's at war here? Are they really at war with each other? I think this is my opinion. I think it is them putting out these fake, it's like a scripted fight, but they want to see people get engaged. And the more they hear about this 84-year-old woman who got shot passing out pan flips, the more you hear about these real incidents, not the paid provocateurs like you had with the extremists over the last few years, who actually are paid to cause chaos. So then that way the elites can reorder things through chaos, right? Everything's all scrambled. You set the pins back up the way you like them. And that's what's happening here. Except I just think that they're waiting for people to get engaged so people can attack each other, kill each other, not trust each other for generations of time. The damage of non-trust in this country between men and women, between politicians, between right and the left. That's why I'm saying we need a new party. We need a real party, a player in the game. We need people to have a real party, a player in the game. If we never really get real and say, if we don't get a real party in there, that way we have a real chance to win, not a Republican winning and not a Democrat, not an independent, not of this, not of that, none of it. None of it. Okay, not a moderate, not a liberal, no. I'm talking about someone who represents the people, right? So we really need that person. I think the closest thing we had to that in a long time was President Trump. But do I lean to the right? Absolutely not, because these guys literally complain and moan and hold a third of the power in general, at least perceived. I don't take anything for face value, but if we were to say everything we see is real, well, the left owns all the TV networks. They own the FBI. They own the what's it called? They have touches in the CIA. They got the the FBI, the IRS. I mean, these guys are really, really, really powerful. Let's not be naive. So you're going to sit back and tell me, oh, they're doing this and oh, they're doing that. And you got Mark Levin screaming at the top of his lungs. And you got all these people on AM 560 and all the rest of them in Chicago screaming at the top of their lungs and saying, and all these different people, but they don't come up with any solutions. They literally just, my point is, I don't know if these people are doing this on purpose. I believe some of them actually believe that complaining nonstop for segments upon segments, making money through your shows and your affiliate programs, but actually just complaining. It's a show at the end of the day, it's a business, but just complaining and complaining, that's supposed to get things done. And then telling people to vote into a system that we know already. Now we know for a fact we got no control over the votes. You shouldn't be proud if you won and you're on the left, because look what they're doing. What are you proud of? What are you proud of? Look what they're doing. And I wasn't proud of Bush when the gas was $6 a gallon, $5 a gallon back in, and they were taking us into Afghanistan and doing all that shit anyways. And I wasn't really proud of that either. So there is no winning when we let these people continue to do what they're doing. These guys, they're just used to things being a certain way. They don't take us serious because we don't take anything serious. We continue to call these radio shows and comment and go, yeah, I appreciate all the work you're doing. Or maybe on the left, they're like, I appreciate you getting at Trump and making sure he's exposed with all this other shit. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. Why are you letting them run everything? Why are they running everything? They have proven consistently over the last 20 to 50 years,